Mars, mantras, and more. Gemini in the 8th house for the Scorpio risers. Hey, Phoenix riser, it's the birthday coach Jeremy Ryden saying you were born for more. You deserve more happiness, love, and success. I want to help you do that through the secrets of astrology. If you're a Scorpio riser, count yourself blessed because you're on a channel developed specifically for you. Subscribe now, ring that notification bell, go back and watch all those Scorpio secrets about your life, your goals, your dreams, your challenges. Discover who you really are, because the stars tell us that. They tell us who we are. That's why we look to astrology. We don't look to astrology for everyone else. We look to astrology to guide ourselves. And with that being said, yesterday I talked about Mars. If it's debilitated in your chart, that you're going to want to strengthen that, because Mars is our co-ruler in the natal chart for Scorpio risers. If your ruler's weak, then the kingdom's weak. We want a strong rulership. We want a strong kingdom. We want power. What do you do if you're sick? You take vitamin C if you got a cold coming on. If you're in the north and there's not been a lot of sun this summer, or I should say this spring, there's been a lot of gray clouds. What would you do? You take vitamin D to get, the sun produces vitamin D. If you're not getting it, you supplement with vitamins. In astrology, if you got weak planets, there are things that you can do to supplement, to strengthen that planet. It's like taking your astrology vitamins. And so today, I want to continue with Mars because it's one of the most important planets for Scorpio risers. And one of the things that you can do to strengthen your Mars if it's weak is to do mantras. Now, mantras come from the Hindu religion, and Hinduism is the oldest written religion in the world. And when it comes to astrology, whether you practice Vedic astrology or not, its remedies and its insights are invaluable no matter what house system you're using. So with that being said, if you notice that you got a weak Mars, Mars in Cancer, Mars in Libra, maybe Mars is aspecting, Neptune, maybe Mars is in the 4th or in the 7th house, other houses where people are important, but maybe it's challenging to you, then we want to do things to help that Mars energy come forth. Inside of you are all the qualities of the planet. Inside of you, there is courage. That's what Mars represents. It represents courage, bravery, boldness, action. You have courage in you. You have bravery in you. You got action that you can take to be inspired with. That Aries zodiac sign, right? The pioneer. That is in you. But it needs to be called forth. It needs to be brought out. It needs to be activated. Same thing with love. You have love in you. You got that Venus love of romance and pleasure. The higher love of Neptune, spiritual, of sacrifice and compassion. You got compassion in you, but maybe you're needing to call it forth. Maybe you say that being compassionate is not part of your nature. It doesn't come easy to you. Maybe because you're always on the defensive. But that doesn't mean you're not compassionate. You just need to activate that Neptune, activate that Venus, activate your sun if you have a sense of aimlessness and not direction in your life. But in this episode of this Scorpio snack, we're still talking about Mars, about that courage, that bravery, that strength that is needed to release your potential on this planet, for you to get up every day and be consistent for your goals and your dreams and vision. It's that energy that doesn't give up until the war is won, until the race is finished, until the goal is met. And so if your Mars is weak, and you can see this a lot of times by, do you give up easy? Do you quit easy? Do you get discouraged easily? I always find it funny. I know people that are strong with Mars. They'll say things like this: I wish somebody would tell me I couldn't do it. I like it when people talk bad about me because it challenges them, because Mars likes a challenge. Mars likes that aggression. I will fight and win. I am a champion. A weak Mars, guess what happens? I don't want to make nobody mad. I don't like conflict. Mars likes conflict. Why? Because it likes that physical energy that flows through it to make it a winner and a warrior. A weak Mars, oh man, my stomach's upset. I feel stressed out. A lot of empaths have a weak Mars. If you're empath, why would you have a weak Mars? Because Mars is about asserting yourself. Empath is about taking in others. So a lot of times you'll see someone, why would the chart have a weak Mars? Well, because in this lifetime, you may need to develop more of the compassionate side, more of the Libra side of being bendable and flexible. But, excuse me, with that being said, you can strengthen any weak planet in your chart. And so let's start with mantras. Back to mantras. Durga, in the Hindu religion, Durga is the planet that rules Mars. She is a fierce warrior goddess. Inside of you is the goddess of Durga. Inside of you is that fierce warrior that stands for justice. And if you're not standing up for yourself, if you're not going after your dreams, and if you're not speaking the things that are important to you, and you're just letting everyone else come in front of you, you're not doing your life justice. You're not doing your life justice because you yourself have a right to be here. Mars says, I belong to be here. I'm here for a purpose. So begin to do Durga mantras. I need to get me some water. That's what I need to do, put some water on here. It's been kind of a dry, anyways, enough about me. I'm up here in Michigan. If you're in Michigan and you're watching this channel, send me a shout out. I meet up all the time with my fellow Scorpio risers and people that do astrology, or my clients that get readings. If you like a reading, go to thebirthdaycoach.com, schedule your live one-on-one phone call with me. But go back to YouTube after you watch this and look up Durga, D-U-R-G-A, and there are free mantras with her, and begin to listen to those mantras first thing in the morning. Listen to those mantras at night. Maybe there's a few Vedic terms, like we all know that Om, the sound of the universe, the sound of God, the sound of the starting point, the infinite point, the God point, the settle, the calm. So a lot of us know Om. But Mars has its own sound. And if you go and begin to just hum that sound and sing that sound, it will activate, it will reverberate, it will begin to call forth that warrior energy inside of you. Now, you may not feel it right away. You may have to do it for a few days, a few weeks, a few months, depending on how weak your Mars is. And while you're doing this mantra, you might not want to do 1,000 other mantras. You might want to just focus on Durga for a while. Just allow yourself to tap into that courage, that feistiness, that fighter, that warrior. Why am I doing that? Because we want to strengthen your chart ruler. We want Mars to be strong because that, as a Scorpio riser, it takes strength and bravery to live this journey, this transformation, to be, the phoenix that guides others to a higher lifestyle. So it takes a lot of courage. And I don't want you beating yourself up, and I don't want you feeling helpless. And so that's where we're going to do those Durga mantras. Mantras in general, that Gemini in the 8th for Scorpio. Now, some of you Scorpio risers may have a hard time silencing the mind because Gemini rules the mind, and in Scorpio risers love astrology because Gemini in that 8th house, right, is our mind is into the deep waters, 8th house of astrology, psychology, sexuality, the higher stuff, crossing over, psychic, intuitiveness, spiritual beings, 8th house, 12th house, these things that are otherworldly, hidden information, occult knowledge, ancient wisdom. Our mind can just begin to search all of these subjects. Maybe we don't stay in one subject forever, maybe because that Gemini likes to just get introduced to everything. It likes a little bit here, a little bit there. It's kind of a buffet of the occult knowledge. Well, nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that meditation is powerful. But I would encourage some of you not to try to silence the mind because you're not having any results with it. Now, some of you have done it for years, and some of you may say, I'm a Scorpio riser, and I'm very good at getting quiet and getting in solitude and going deep inside myself. If that is the case, God bless you. God bless you. But if that's not the case for you, and you still want to get the benefit of meditation, you still want to get the benefit of mantra, Gemini is vocal. Gemini is about the mouth. And so when we go into the 8th house of meditation, being quiet isn't necessarily how you would tap into the power of meditation. You would actually have a moving meditation. So these are people that are jogging, right? They're running, and then all of a sudden they'll get in the zone. Notice this, if you are a moving meditation person, a person that gets in the zone, you'll notice this, is that when you're stressed out, or you're worried, go to the gym and jog for a half an hour. Make yourself jog for half an hour. If after a while it seems like everything just calms down and everything gets into just a single train of thought, then you're a moving meditation type of person. Meditation isn't just quiet. Meditation is mantra, is speaking. Gemini is speaking. So you may find that your spirituality will do good if you start doing mantras. You might want to start speaking certain phrases over and over again in the morning. You know, in TM, transcendental meditation, they give you some what they call secret words or syllables that you would say 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. They're non-understandable. You don't understand it because it's going past your logical mind to the subconscious mind. I was raised Pentecostal. I used to speak in tongues. TM is no different than speaking in tongues. And some people don't understand that. Sometimes I'll speak 20 minutes in tongues in the morning, 20 minutes in tongues at night. It's a verbal meditation. And so the Hindus even teach with these different sounds, they're sacred sounds that came from the higher beings. Get on YouTube for free and begin to search different meditations, different things that you can say, not quietly, but verbally out loud, that you can sing out loud. Now, still practice quiet meditation, but once again, we're trying to strengthen that Mars. So I'd like you to do verbal Durga meditation, or type in Mars meditation, Mars syllables, Mars words, and quote those to yourself. Or even you can create your own Mars meditation. You can get up in the morning and say, I am brave and full of courage. I am brave and full of courage. I'm brave and full of courage. I'm brave and full of courage. And just say it over and over and over. Whether you say it passionately, you say it slow, but until it sinks down. So it may start out here, and you hear it here, and you think it here, but then it begins to sink down as you keep doing the mantra and allowing those sacred words to fill your very being. So, I'm going to do a whole thing about Gemini in the 8th house, because there's a lot of things that you can do to strengthen that Mars. Sexuality is one of those things. And I don't have time to get into that right now, but we'll get into it later. What is your favorite mantra? What mantras do you like? What affirmations do you like? Are you speaking them? Are you saying them? Are you singing them? Years ago, I thought about writing a book called The Singing Guru. I still may do it. There's power in saying words to songs. I get in the shower every day and I sing, I can be what I want to be. I can be happy. I can be what I want to be. I can be wealthy. I can be what I want to be. I will be healthy. Happy, healthy, wealthy am I. Happy, healthy, wealthy am I. Now, you may think that's crazy, but I've seen my wealth, I've seen my health, and I've seen my happiness increase when I stay consistent in speaking my mantras. So with that being said, 8th housers, get out there, try different mantras. One other thing that you might want to get a reading with me is certain planets rule certain phases of your life. So there are certain mantras you need to be doing at certain times of your life. If you're in a Mars phase of your life, you should be doing the Durga mantra. Or if you got a weak Mars, doing the Durga mantra. But if you're in the Venus phase of your life, you might want to be doing the Lakshmi mantra. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, beauty, luxury. So that's a whole nother subject about the fact that the planets govern different phases of our life. And when that planet is in the rulership, when it's sitting in the throne at that time of our life, we got to honor that energy with the mantras and the praise and the worship. Now, some of you are saying, do you worship the planets? Some of you are like, I am God. Some of you are the children of God. I do notice that when I reach out to that higher being, or I reach out to those qualities, or I reach out to these things that I consider the one, the single, the singularity, the force, the life force, the Father, the Mother. When I reach out, actually what I'm doing is I'm going deeper in. So it really is kind of both. I am reaching out to something that's transcendent, that is greater than me, but at the same time, it's triggering a response, an energy, a presence inside of me. So reaching out and going down. That's what mantras, prayers, singing, these things are the things that can make you spiritual, which in the end, Scorpio rising is a very spiritual sign. God bless you. We'll see you next time.